It's just this fucking town drives me nuts. How's an hour and a half sitting on fucking North Rockford?
Hi, welcome back to the channel. Well, today we're going to do a build request for this absolutely fantastic Bentley. It's the Enus Deity in game, and I built mine to represent a Bentley Flying Spur Speed Edition 12. They stopped making these in April, but I went on the website well before that and configured my own, which is the one you see in the photographs. So I picked radium green, which I think is an absolutely awesome colour. Maybe a little bit much for real life, but certainly not too much for the game. I'm glad I kept my image from the configurator because I'm sure that won't be available anymore. Very briefly, before we get to the build then, the Speed Edition 12 is basically the last of the line of these glorious W12 edition Bentley Flying Spurs. So it had lots of carbon bits, 650 horsepower, obviously was stupidly fast for a big saloon, but now let's build it. I couldn't find photos of a radium green Speed Edition 12, so we got photos here from a different colour instead. For the body trim, you can see it doing around the windows here. We definitely want that in black, so carbon trim. Moving on to the bumpers, they're simply stock on the front and the back, so that's nice and simple. On down to the exhaust, we want the carbon oval exhaust because the exhausts are definitely black on the car, not shiny like you can see here. The shiny works, by the way, for most of these Flying Spur builds. For the grille, we want the carbon pinstripe. You can see me just accentuating that pinstripe piece there because it's hard to see otherwise, and that's definitely on the car. The stock hood is absolutely fine. The headlights, stock lights are good. The xenons are really too blue. If you don't like stock, go to the car meet, pop those on. There's no livery. The plate is up to you. I think a darker plate suits the car. Onto the respray, you want primary and secondary as the crew colour. That way you get the whole of the car, the tops of the mirrors and the stitching, and the Speed Edition 12 did have bespoke stitching. The pearlescent I forgot to flick on here, but it's dew yellow pearlescent. Dark steel works very well to give you a nice dark interior. Onto the roof, carbon roof. Is this the only Flying Spur that has a carbon roof? I don't know, possibly. Stock skirts, nothing on the spoiler. I think lowered suspension gives it a real attitude, but you know, stock is probably more close. Now for wheels, I was more copying the ones from my configuration. So for those wheels, you need to go into high end and select Super G, paint them black. But I also thought, well, what about the wheels on the car we've got photographed here? Maybe we could see what those look like. So before filming this, I went through all the options, and I think our closest one are the Obey RS from the SUV category. Loz Speed 10, by the way, they're not bad, but Obey RS, I think, are the closest to our photograph car. I'm going to change to those, why not? So pop those on, still painted in black. Don't forget, of course, all your armour, bulletproof tyres, stuff like that at this point. And stick on a light smoke so that all the proletariat can't see you inside your very expensive car. What do you think? Well, I think it looks fantastic, and I definitely commend the Speed Edition 12 to you, whatever colour you paint it, and some Googling will help you find all sorts of other colours if this one doesn't float your boat. Anyway, if you enjoyed the video, please like it, and of course, if you like real cars in GTA, then don't hesitate to subscribe to the channel. There's a lot more coming this year, as I mentioned in my Christmas message, and a lot of it driven by you guys, so do keep the requests coming, because the requests, as well as my imagination together, are the lifeblood of the channel. Hope you have a great 2025 when that comes in a few days' time, and thank you so much for watching.